Welcome to the AmRisc Podcast. Please join us as we go beyond underwriting to learn more about the human side of insurance.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the AmRisc Podcast. It's good to be back. Took some time off, but now we're here. My name is Christian Medina. I'm sitting here with Connor Fleury, Carrie Dickson, Michelle Dodds, and Tyler Waters. Today, we're going to be interviewing Carrie Dickson, as she is new to the podcast team, and we're excited to have her and hear about her. Carrie Dickson, how you doing?
I'm just fine. Thanks for having me.
All right, so Carrie, when did you start at AmRisc? How did you get here? Who do you know? What's going on?
I started back during COVID in the end of 2020 and started on the Gen Prop team. And I knew Kim Colbert. She's a good family friend of ours. She originally called me one day and said, now that your kids are older, do you want to go back and try working?
Yeah.
And I was like, sure. What do you got? And she explained this insurance thing, and I was no idea what she was talking about, but I said, sure, I'll give it a try. So I decided to join the team, and here I am, almost 5 years later.
Insurance is one of those things you don't know about or learn about. You kind of just hop in and do it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's exactly how I got in, too.
Well, you know everybody.
I don't know about that.
So, Carrie, what did you do before AmRisc?
Well, right prior to AmRisc, I was a stay-at-home mom.
Nice.
And prior to that, I actually was in the military, and then I worked for the Department of Defense. I started out back in my early 20s in the Air Force as an imagery analyst. Got out after 4 years, and then I moved to D.C. and worked for the Defense Intelligence Agency, doing underground facilities and traveling the world as much as I could.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was a fun time. Yeah,
That
it was a
sounds
fun time.
great. What kind of things did that entail with your day-to-day life being in the military after being a stay-at-home mom? Like, how did that switch it up and change?
So in the military, obviously you're busy, but I will tell everybody that the hardest job I've ever done is being a mom. So transitioning from the military, getting married, and then having kids was hard, but very rewarding.
With that being said, now where you are now, how do you think the military helped you in the insurance industry with your day-to-day life now?
Yeah, so I was an intelligence analyst prior to getting out of the government sector. A lot of the work that I would do was attention to detail, anything with analysis, focusing on certain areas, knowing where to look, what to research, what not to worry about. So that helped carry over to the insurance world, where now we're working on models, we're looking at facilities. What do we want to know about this facility? What type of areas are we concerned about? Are we looking at roofs? Are we looking at, what explosives in the building? So it helped transition with the analysis.
I'm pretty sure your imagery analysis helped with the way you look at things and the models and all the different type of risks we look at. Your brain must be firing off, going all these different sections and areas of how can we better write this risk or what can we do?
Yeah, so pictometry actually is one of my favorite tools that I use right now, because I can see different angles of the facility, or zoom in, zoom out, watch roofs, how they've changed, if they've added things, taken things away. And
You can measure them, make sure their SOVs are on point.
Absolutely.
It is one of the best tools we have. Juggling being a mother, a wife, mentor, and friend to others, who or what would you consider your best self to be?
Yeah, so, I'm going to go back and just say, so I have 5 kids. My husband and I have 5 kids. So
Nice.
Juggling work and family is definitely a challenge. So currently, we are home dwellers. Our kids are at the age where they're still too young to take long road trips. They're old enough that they want to adventure out, but they're not old enough that we can jump on a plane and go over to Europe. Right now, we do a lot of activities close to home, and in the free time, I prefer to read a book, do a puzzle, watch my kids play sports,
Drinking Aperol Spritz.
go to the pool. We stay busy, and the season that I'm in right now is focusing on the kids, getting them through these years, and then down the road, go back to thinking about taking some road trips
There you
and
go.
cross-country plane travels.
Was that kind of hard to transition from the busy life and all that you did to slowing down as a mother and the things that you're limited to now?
No, and I think that's why I always encourage people to take your time when you're in your 20s, get it figured out, enjoy it, have fun. I traveled the world, went on vacation, didn't have to worry about too much responsibility. Then in my 30s, I was able to settle down. We had our kids, and I was able to make that the priority. I didn't have to work, which I was lucky, and really took the time to raise our family. Now that they're older, I'm able to enjoy my work and not have to worry too much about picking them up from a babysitter sick or being pregnant right now. Yeah. So I'm able to enjoy my work and get things done.
Nice. Do you plan on having a sixth kid?
No. Absolutely not. Maybe a dog, but no.
Hey, kids are dogs too, man.
Right?
For sure.
Dogs are the heart of the world. You got to have them. Well, another main point of why we have Carrie on is that she is out of our Atlanta office.
Oh, yeah.
And we're excited to announce that the AmRisc Podcast is now expanding to the Atlanta office. Going into that, what are the things you hope to accomplish this year on the podcast up there in Atlanta?
Yeah, so we just expanded to our brand new office, and it's a beautiful facility, awesome location. So now that we're set up and we have the space available, I think the big thing right now is to showcase that and to let people know that we are open. We have lots of desks. We have beautiful facilities. So bring your conference over to Atlanta. The big plan is for it to be a hub. So instead of everybody having to travel to Houston, if you have teammates dispersed across the country, meeting in Atlanta might be more advantageous. It's the perfect facility for that.
Is it still out in Alpharetta?
Yes. It's just 3 or 4 minutes down the road from the old office, right across the street from a Top Golf.
Oh, nice.
I love golf, especially in Atlanta.
There's actually a Top Golf right across the highway from here. You should go after this.
I'm down to go swing some sticks.
It's 30 degrees out. I think I'm okay.
So with your upcoming interviews in Atlanta, are there anything special that you plan on doing with these specifically?
Yeah, so I was kind of talking to Connor about just some little ideas that we can add into the end of each interview we do in Atlanta. I would like to start a segment of Atlanta hotspots because a lot of people who come into the area aren't familiar with it or maybe have never traveled there before. So it's just a quick blurt of the interviewee's favorite location, favorite restaurant, place to go, place to travel to that they can suggest to future folks coming into town.
Who knows, even maybe producers who listen to the podcast can venture out there when they visit you guys and
absolutely. So I'm going to start, and my favorite hotspot is the Battery in Atlanta. And that's home of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves.
Boo.
It's an amazing facility. And if you can catch a game, it's even better. They closed the area down. It's open to just pedestrian traffic.
Nice.
There's restaurants and bars and shops. And they have so many activities for kids and adults where you can meet previous players from the Braves. They have a concert series before each game on Sundays that you can listen to for free. So there's a lot of things to do that doesn't require you to spend money, but if you want to catch the game when you're done, absolutely.
What does Minute Maid have? Fireworks on Fridays?
Yeah, we have that as well.
Dang.
And no, it's actually called Dyken Park now.
What is it called?
Dyken Park. The AC company bought the rights.
Do they still have the train?
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be filled with oranges or AC units yet.
Yeah. So you're a Braves fan?
Yes.
Okay, I should have worn my Braves hat today.
You should have. You should have.
And you got to be brave wearing that down here.
I know. I went to Seattle one time to go watch a Mariners game, play the Astros. I was like the only Astros fan in the stand. I caught a fly ball, barehanded. I actually caught 2 that day. I ended up giving one away to a kid in front of me, and everybody just started booing me for some reason. I don't know.
I think I want to call lies on that one, but who knows?
I have the ball at home.
Okay. We'll see about it.
I have a video of it too.
All right, Carrie, it's been awesome having you on. I'm glad you're going to start taking some reins out in Atlanta. I'm glad to hear about everything, especially when we go up there. I want to go visit. When did Truist Park open? Wasn't it like 22, 21?
I'm not exactly sure. I haven't been in the area for too long.
Well, all I was getting at is that my sister, when she was doing the internship, she was part of the first one under Truist after the integration. She went to Truist Park for the internship, and she said it was just one of the nicest facilities she's ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a fantastic facility. There's so much to do. You don't have to go inside to even be around it. Outside, there's plenty of activities for free.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Hopefully we can all make it out there one day.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for your time today. We look forward to hearing the content you produce up there.
Yep.
Absolutely. Thanks
Carrie
for having
Dickson,
me.
everybody, jack of all trades, master of what it seems to be everything. So glad to have you.
Thanks.